Hello, peoples! So, today, having finished Lost Ember last time, we're going to start with Kerbal Space Program, which is a fun little game I've not played for a while. I did do a little bit of testing earlier, but other than that, not played for a while. So, we'll see how we get on. We're going to start a little game in career mode, see how we do. We'll carry on from there. Yeah. As I mentioned on Twitter earlier, we're gonna have a little project. Well, me and a couple of old friends of mine are gonna have a little project in Kerbal Space Program, which I shall talk about later when there's actually people here. So I started up a game earlier. We haven't done any flights. I've created a vehicle in readiness for our first couple of contracts. Actually, I ought to load this whilst I'm talking. And yeah, so we're going to be more or less ready to start. So we have no contracts at the moment. No messages. I should note that this is the latest vanilla build of Kerbal Space Program. There are no mods. I will add mods to it at some point, or I'll do a version with mods. But at the moment, it was just a quick install to have a go, really. So we're going to go to mission control, and so we've got 4 possible contracts. This one's gather data. Literally, to succeed, we need to gather data, launch, and then recover. Then we have to launch, and that literally requires a launch. Escape the atmosphere. We can't do this without gaining some money and parts in science. You have to gain science to get parts. So we can't achieve that, and then orbit is a little way off. But we can do the first 2. So we will accept those contracts. There we go, and that will get us started. Now, in the vehicle assembly building, let's load up our vehicle. I have quite remarkably named these after myself. So this is Carmola 1. It's a very simple design. So we have our command module at the top there, which will have Jebediah piloting. Jebediah is awesome. Just so you're all aware, he is awesome. And then we've got 2 mystery goo containers. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's load it in again. Let's try right click. Mystery goo containment unit. And by using that, we can do some science. Ooh, what I didn't know was we need to add a stage there. That would be handy. So, let's save that again. Otherwise, we're going to go nowhere fast. So we got mystery goo. That gets us science. We have our command pod there. I'm assuming this is just a colour change. Ooh. We'll go for the grey for now. Oh, and the all-important parachute on top, which we're going to increase the altitude of deployment to 1500. And save it again. Here we go. So yes, parachute, so we can actually land the thing afterwards. Then we've got a solid fuel booster, which I've limited to 70% thrust because we don't particularly want to ooh, cool. Right, we don't particularly want to hit excess drag from going up too fast. So yeah, so that'll get us fair distance. Then we've got 3 winglets here. If you can see, they're tilted ever so slightly clockwise. That'll give us some spin. And it's that spin that will keep the craft stabilized. Okay. We are ready to go. So let's launch. So anybody who doesn't know, you get science by doing experiments, and science allows you to unlock more parts. In career mode, there is also a science only mode where you're basically just unlocking parts. In the career mode, you've got the science to unlock parts, but also you're doing contracts to raise money, and building these costs money, and if you don't recover them, you lose that money. So what we're going to do is we're going to observe the mystery goo from the ground. And you see, on recovery, that gives us 3 science. We can transmit that, except we don't have the ability to transmit. We'll just keep that for now. We got Jeb there, who seems quite content. And essentially, we're just gonna launch till the booster runs out. We'll try and do the rest of the science and the crew report, deploy the chute, and then come down for a safe landing. Simple. Let's go. So the come on. Can't get the goo container. There we go. Keep that. And then we'll do a crew report, which we'll keep. And then we'll deploy a chute. Now the chute sort of stays in this form until we get below 1,000 meters. So we accelerate a fair amount to start with. You can have it deploy sooner. Trouble is, it then takes longer to get down. We just sat here waiting for it. There you go. We moved marginally. So we've achieved the launch of our first vessel. When we recover the vehicle, we'll achieve that one. We're getting there. I mean, I could have accelerated time there, but you know. Plop. And there we go. There we go. So we recover the vessel and science. We got 3.5 science for. Oh no, we've got 3.5 science for the crew report while flying over Kerbal. Mystery goo observation while flying. We got 7 science. Mystery goo observed on the launch pad. We got 3. And then recovery of a vessel that survived flight. We got 5 science. Next, well, we recovered all parts, so we've recovered funds from that. We gained extra funds from completing the contracts, and Jeb gained 1 XP. pretty good from my point of view. So, archives. So we completed those. And we've now got a whole bunch of other contracts available to us, which we'll look at in a moment. Let's look at our R&D. So we have available to us 28.5 sites, which allows us to open more of the tech tree. Well, we want both in the next two stages. So this one gives us communications, so we can then start to transmit stuff back. Two bands of communications. A thermometer. Which we can use as a science experiment. We can log temperature. And a decoupler. So that allows us to have multiple stages. We've got a fuel tank, a solid fuel booster, and a liquid fuel engine. So that's good. So we can do more with that. General rocketry. So we can get a larger engine, a bigger solid fuel booster, a bigger tank, that's 20, we don't have enough for that. Aerodynamics, so we've got a nose cone, winglets, and a radial decoupler, which is useful because then you can have parts on the side of parts and have them stage away. Survivability. Heat shield. We'll need that at some point. Two different sizes of heat shield. Pressure sensor. Radiator panel. Tools nearby parts. A landing strut. Drogue chute. Parachute. And the service bay. You know what? I think we might get this one as well. Then we can start working our way up. Ooh, batteries. Those will be useful at some point. Right. So we've got our new set of technology. From that, Jeb is halfway along to being trained for the next mission. So these different types of So Jeb's a pilot, Bill's an engineer, Bob's a scientist, Valentina is a pilot, and these give you different advantages. So the pilots give stability assist, full vessel control without comnet access, so without communications. Your engineer gives you increased resource converter efficiency, drill efficiency, deployed power generation units. Interesting. I'm assuming that's things like solar panels. Scientists can do a load of sciencey stuff, which is useful, and then we got another pilot. Administration building. We can do fundraising campaigns and things. What does that do? Interesting. These are all sort of trades and trade-offs. I'm not interested in at the moment. Place playing hangar, mission control, tracking station. Right, let's go back to vehicle assembly. No, having said that, we ought to see what sort of contracts we're looking at next. So, mission control first. So we need to go to a test location. Above near Kerbal Gambit. I don't know where that is. So we're gonna have to start making a plane to do that. It's another focused observational survey. Is that, as is that. They're all observational surveys. Right. And an oversight. The manual clearly states that the Flea solid fuel booster is the best in class. To avoid legal combinations, we need proof to justify this. So, must have a Flea solid fuel booster. Okay, so we need to fire it between 21 and 26 meters and kilometers. Interesting challenge. Escape the atmosphere. That could be an interesting experiment. Test that on a suborbital. Wow. That's quite high altitude. So we don't necessarily have to actually take contracts. We can just do science. I'm gonna have a look, see what parts we have in the space plane. Hang on. Same parts. Okay. That is going to be interesting then. You know what? I think we'll do a quick save. Mission 1. Right. So I'm going to see what parts we have. An onion re-entry module. Let's start with our bog standard. So we got fuel tanks now. We have 2 solid fuel boosters and 1 liquid. Robotics couplings. We have a bulk standard decoupler. We have a service bay. I'm going to add on this service bay. I'm not sure what we can add to the service bay yet, but I'm curious. And of course now I can't remember how to zoom in. Oh well. Ooh, we can rotate in 5-degree increments. That's useful. Ah, plus and minus. Of course it is. There we go. So, service bay, aerodynamics will ignore for a moment, landing strut will ignore, thermal, heat shield, radiator panel, electrical, we don't have any electrical. That wasn't what I intended to. Snap off. That's in there, isn't it? Close. Yeah, sorted. So we got an antenna. Wires electric charge of 20 per second. So it's electric charge of 50 total. You got lights on them. How intriguing. Right, science. So I reckon we could put that there. That in there. That was not what I wanted. There we go. Let's move that over there. There we go. Mystery goo in there. So we got all those experiments. No, cargo utilities. Right. So think we'll put a couple of drogue chutes on. And then we'll put a main chute on top. Let's close that. So, move those down there. So we'll stage the 2 drogue chutes first, and then the main one on top. Whilst we're here, let's name this. Save. Service bay. Don't have any contracts at the moment. Let's read our messages whilst we're here. So we have a number of world first milestones with broken speed record, 25 meters per second. Which is not actually that fast. Launched our first vehicle. Broken speed record of 80 meters per second. Altitude record of 500 meters. Speed record of 250 meters per second. Altitude of 2 and 7 kilometers. We returned to the surface. Recovered our first crew from mission. Performed the first one of our experiments at home. Contract parameter complete. Contract complete. Let's delete all those. Right. So, let's save this vehicle as is. Go back to our contracts. I think what we're going to do is have a look at that flea contract. So it's going to have a flea solid fuel booster. I don't know what those objectives are. Altitude 21 to 26. Speed of those. Let's do that. So, back to the vehicle facility. So, we're going to need flea. put some wings on that. We want 3. I think we'll do nicely. And if we go left shift. Rotate that part. There we go. So we're going to carry on with our rotational idea. We'll then put a decoupler underneath. Right, so we want that to fire after we decoupled. And then fuel tanks. I don't know how much fuel that will give us, how high that will get us. And we're going to need some structure under there. Fire off. This may not work. I don't know if we need a decoupler on that structure. So that engine we need to move under there, because that's going to fire first. And we could just see how far that gets us. Oh, what I do want to do is put some parachutes. Right, and then we move them both there. So the parachutes fire when they decouple. let's put that there for now. I have a feeling that we're going to need extra fuel tanks. So I'm going to save that. I'll put another set of fins on there. 4 of them this time, straight up. So those will spin it, and those will keep it straight. Well, it'll be fun. So we'll save that. And let's give it a go. If it doesn't work, we can always reset the mission. I think. Now, how does one accelerate? Ah, like that. So we're going to put the throttle at 2/3. We're going to fire the throttle. See what happens. Okay. We need a decoupler on that. Useful to know. Save that. Back to launch. Okay. So we're going to throttle up to 2/3 again. And then see how far we get this time. Nowhere near enough. We don't have enough throttle. So I think take that entire assembly out. And let's go with a larger one. I don't want those there, we want that there. Save that. And again, we want parachutes on the side here. And those parachutes we want to fire there. And I'm going to stick some more there. Rotates. And actually, I'll reset the rotation on those. So those should fire when that fires. Now let's limit that to 70%. Save. Okay. Let's try that launch. All a matter of experimentation. Okay. Are you ready, Jeb? Let's. That would have helped. So how far do we get? We need an altitude of 21 to 26. I think we might get there. Cool. So, let's open our experiments. Excellent, we'll keep that. Log temperature, keep that. Log pressure, keep that. Now, let's also take a crew report. So we've hit space. Quite exciting. Okay. Toggle the temperature off. Toggle that off. Close. We gathered a fair amount of science. Now this is going to prove interesting when we hit the atmosphere. But we're slowing down. That's all right. Yeah. Didn't want to enter in that sort of orientation. That was going to end badly. Yes. Let's revert to vehicle assembly. So we've got an issue here. I think we only need to fire the rocket fuel for a fraction of that, because we don't want to go that high. Let's thrust limit to 40%. Right? That was still too high a thrust, so we'll limit that to 60. $59, that'll do. Right, so we're gonna try launch again. Hopefully not go so high this time. And what I could do is open the drogues as soon as they're ready. The other thing I could do no, that should be fine. Let's give it a go. Right then. Oh, you're ready, Jeb. It's far away. And we're still getting Mac effects off that. So that could be fun. We didn't hit the requirements. We're going too fast. So we don't actually need as much fuel in there. Let's go with about 2/3 the fuel. Save that. Launch. Jeb's there, his cheery self. Oh, that didn't help. Did we crash? Did we crash? We crashed. How dare. Right, let's try again. Right, let's resume our saved game. See where we are. Right. So let's load more fuel in there. Take the thrust right down for this one. I'm wondering if we can get away with a one of the smaller rockets. But we'll give it a go first. It's a very precise requirement. So oh. Helps if we've got stability on first. Let's try that. Ready? Go. That's not even creating Minimum thrust needed. So we took too much thrust off. Let's go up there. And you know, just for fun, let's give it the full fuel. That's not going to get us high enough. Before we run out of fuel. Or is it? Is it? It might do. It might do. We've got it. Right, let's open the bay and do the science. Right. Log temperature. Heat. Filter display. Display. Log temperature. Pressure. Filter display. Observe mystery goo. And crew report. Those are our drag chutes. I think we could have done that better. And we and I put stability on to start with. But you know, I can't quibble overly. The drogue chutes are doing their job. Now they'll open properly under 2 kilometers. And then we deploy our other chute, which will open at 1 kilometer. And that will slow us right down for the landing. But what I'm going to do is revert the flight to launch. And I'm going to do it with stability this time. So we've got that on now. And then we might be able to land closer to the base center. There you go, we're almost straight above it now. We are leaning over slightly. Altitude, come on, speed. There we go. Oh. Mystery go. Yes. Forward display. Log temperature. Yes. Forward display. Forward display. Log pressure. Yes. Forward display. And then close. Crew report. There we go. Now a lot closer. Except that wasn't intended. It's alright though. Alright. Much closer. Much closer. Perfect landing. So, completed the contract. Excellent. Let's recover that vessel then. So, we earned 32.3 science. So, crew report was good. Pressure, temperature, goo, and recovery. Parts. We recovered all parts. Crew. No XP gained. Oh well. There's a few other messages. So, we've broken a distance record of 1 kilometre. We've broken an altitude record of 22 kilometres. And we achieved the contract. Not bad. Let's see what other contracts we have. So, focused observational surveys. We're going to have to get a plane to do that, which means R&D. So we need 18 to get there, and 45 to get there. We're going to have to go and collect more science in order to achieve that. Or we can put rocket engines on a tail fin, sweat wings. Cockpit. It's going to be an issue, I think. We can't afford those. 6 science. Ooh, batteries. Probes. Antenna, radio panel. So we don't need the nose cone anytime soon. A winglet. The radial decoupler could be useful soonish. You can get both of those. Let's get both of them. Now you won't know what. Greenhouse should have informed me that time for a tea break. But no. It's because nobody said anything. That's why. It required at least one message. Okay. So let's go and have a look at our contracts. So we want a straight up and down. And we need to achieve an altitude of 290 to 300. And we could escape the atmosphere at the same time. Escape trajectory. Define escape trajectory. Right, well, we're going to take on those two. Let's go back to the vehicle test facility. And we are going to build Carmola 3. Escape atmosphere. Okay. Save that. Now let's see what parts we have. So we've got fuel tanks. We have engines. That's that size. That is also that size. So what's the difference? That one's a larger mass. And produces less thrust. It's gimbaled. And then we got the boosters. Okay, structural, we're still on that. Coupling, we got the side coupler now. Still got the service bay. Aerodynamics, we've got more. Ground landing struts. Heat shields. That's a smaller heat shield. That's that size. Heat shield might be useful. With the return, electrical, we got nothing. Communications. Science, we've still got the same. Utility, we've still got the same in terms of stuff. So that's a solid booster. Let's take that off. Yeah. So that we don't want. We'll leave that there for now. Right, so I reckon it is break time. Time for tea. We will be right back. Hello Zeno, welcome to my channel. So we're currently building a rocket that will do a suborbital. Well, thank you. Hey Dusty, nice to see you here. So yeah, we're just building a spacecraft to do trials on one of our solid boosters, and it's very cool. And oh, thank you for that sub. It's very kind of you. So we're trying to get a suborbital trajectory, but up to 290 to 300 kilometers. You'd be surprised, Dusty. It hasn't changed that much. Yes, you get a TM and teapot emote now. So yeah, we're doing this contract. So we got to test that booster. So we got to have that on the rocket. Oh, we're doing two contracts. You've also got to leave the atmosphere, but as a result of doing this one, we're going to leave the atmosphere anyway. Suborbital, I'm going to do a slight curved trajectory rather than straight up and down, because at the altitude that we're going to, coming straight back down is going to destroy our spaceship. We don't want that. Achieve that altitude. We may not do it initially. I'm not sure how high we'll get. So we're going to do an experiment, and if we fail, we will revert and try again. It is the way of all things. Right, so first thing I'm going to do is find the I don't know where anything is, that's the problem. Looking for a heat shield. There we go. Heat shield. That seems kind of small. No, that's fine. Because I have a feeling that we're going to end up re-entering with just that bit. Then we want a decoupler. And then we're going to put some fuel tanks. I have no idea how much we'll need. I'll put in one for now, and we'll find out. And then engines. We'll go with this one. It's not as good. It's more expensive, but it vectors. And I have a feeling that might be useful. Oh, I better make sure that everything does stuff in the right order, because that's important. And then we'll put that underneath. I have no idea how far this will get us. But I think we should try. So we got our solid fuel booster there. I'm going to limit the thrust to 70, because in atmosphere There's no point going higher than that because the drag will just waste energy. Fill fuel, and then when that's run out, we'll decouple it. Do we want to fire the next stage immediately? Probably not. I don't know. We'll find out. So we'll decouple it, and that'll fire chutes because we're on the career mode. So we want to try and recover as much as possible. So I'm hoping that will run out before we left the atmosphere, and then the chutes will fire. I'm going to put a couple of drogue chutes on there as well. Because they will open higher. Put those. There. So they'll open fully at 2.5 kilometers, whereas the others will open 1, I think. Yeah. So that should avoid that. What's that? 5. Actually. Oops. They're linked. Okay. So we'll have those open at 5 kilometers. And that should result in that gently dropping to the ground. So we can recover the cost of that. Then, under here, we've got another engine, which is a liquid fuel engine, and that should take us to the altitude that we need. We've got fuel there. Under there we have a heat shield, because we might have to decouple when we come back in. Depends how shallow we go in. In there we've got a storage bay with a load of experiments, and then we have our capsule on top. So we'll save that. And let's launch. This is probably going to go very, very badly. But we'll find out. Right, first things first, put stabilizers on. I made that mistake before. Because Jeb, being a pilot, he has the ability to stabilize, which is useful. Why is my staging wrong? That should be up there. Let's double check that. That all flies off, then that fires. Okay. Worth checking these things, you know. Okay. So let's go out to the map. So we are wherever we are. Ooh, there's multiple launch sites. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Anyway, so we're going to come up here, and we're going to go out on a suborbital trajectory out to about 300 kilometers altitude, and we'll probably end up landing somewhere around the other side. Hopefully as close to this as possible, but there's no guarantees. so we'll find out. Oh, I should have reset those. Let's set this up properly first, shall we? Right. So, you see, I set these at a slight angle. Are those straight? Yeah, that's straight. I set them at a slight angle so that it would spin for gyro stabilization. But for this one, we don't want to do that. And in fact, oops, we probably want 4 of these. There we go. Right, save that. We've adjusted the staging. Let's launch. Are you ready, Jet? Let's go. That did not take me anywhere near as far as I was expecting. This launch was a failure. Let's go back, start again. Right, so first things first, we want wings on the top section. Like so. Save that. And then there used to be a way of duplicating a subassembly. I don't think... I can't remember how to do it. So we'll just add it in. Ooh, we could add the side ones, couldn't we? That's a bit excessive. Okay. Add another one on the bottom. Oh, no, we want a decoupling ring first. And And we want that under there, like so. Take that down to about 70. Oh yeah, and those. And those will go there. We may soon get to the point where this just tips over. Let's launch. Too many parts. No. That's a shame. We have one too many parts. Okay. One of the problems of being in career mode. I'm limited on parts. Right, stabilization on. Did I toggle the... I don't know. Let's just go. It's possible I'm tilting over too far now. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. many parts are we on? We're on precisely 30 parts. So we fire those first, then we decouple and set the parachutes off. Then we fire that, decouple with the parachute. Then we fire that, decouple with the parachute. Then we fire that. So that's at 70. That's at 70. Let's limit these to 60. Just to get us off the ground. And we're about twice the mass we need to be. Ah, dear. We might have to fail this mission. Still too heavy. Right, so those go first. And then that goes. And that goes, and that decouples. And fire those chutes. Right, let's put chutes on these. And those chutes go with the decoupler. Right, those are at 70, that's at 70. Save, launch, let's see how we go. We're probably still doomed to failure. However, I might try and increase the thrust on those actually. That wasn't supposed to happen. Oh. We're doing so well. So well. So, these I'm going to increase their thrust initially. They'll burn faster, hopefully accelerate more. This one I might reduce. And then we need more fuel. What's the mass of those fuel tanks? We might be able to fit another one in. Let's try that. We're still in weight. Okay. Save. Launch. So, stabilization on. We might have gone too far. Whilst we're here, we might have actually achieved it. Might have actually achieved it. I say might, we have actually achieved it. Now, it's probably pointless. We haven't achieved it because we needed to test the solid fuel booster at that altitude. Oh dear. And we've crashed. Bear with me a moment. So close. However, I have a reasonable idea what I need to do now. Because what I can do is replace swap the solid fuel and the liquid fuel. So we use liquid fuel for most of the burn up. And then we've got the solid fuel for the last bit. Hopefully. Right, have we still got the contract up? Yeah, let's open Gamola 3. So, we put the hammer fuel there. And decoupler underneath. There we go. Decoupler underneath. Then That lot can go underneath. So, and then we need to move those down a bit. There we go. Right, so we fire these off first. They then decouple, and these parachutes go off. Then we fire that. Then that decouples, then we fire that. That can decouple as required. So those are 80. That's fine. That is variable anyway. That will fire at full. Okay, let's save. Give it a go. Right, are you ready, Jep? Let's go. Oh, I didn't adapt those parachutes so that they don't collide with each other. Oh well. Oh wait. Darn it. stage too many times. Well past. Let's take that down to 12%. Let's fire those like that. Let's move those around there like that. So that should go there. So we fire those first. Decouple, fire the parachutes, fire that. Decouple and fire that. Decouple and land. Right. Launch. We will get there. We will get there. Okay. Let's go. That's way too shallow. We might do it. We might do it. Oh, we gotta run test at the specific altitude as well. Are we gonna get there? I don't think so. Nope. So we've got a few more parts. What's the weight of that? It's too much mass. Let's take it up to 20. I think part of the problem is we're also going too far over. I'm trying to elongate the trajectory a bit much, so that I don't burn up too much on the way in. Right. Are you ready, Jeb? Let's go. Yeah, they always do. I need to put the parachutes in different locations or something. This one might do it. Right. So we've got the altitude requirement. And then when we hit 290, we run a test. Which might fail because we're out of fuel. Contract achieved. Right. Let's observe the goo. Okay. Toggle temperature. Log temperature. Atmospheric pressure scan while in space higher above Kerbal. The instrument reads 0, as if it were in a vacuum. And then we'll take a crew report. It's very round. That is probably the maximum amount of science that we can achieve. So, we then need to flip retrograde. That's going to be a near vertical landing. Into the atmosphere. Right. That's where we're headed. It's retrograde. Right, well, we'll use the booster to ease off some of our heat before we depart. Hello! We'll launch the other one. And warp ourselves down a bit. Look at Jeb, he's so excited. Look at that. Perfect landing. Perfect landing. Achieved! First time! Very early. Very early. So that was our first suborbital flight. First time leaving the atmosphere. So we got a nice load of science from stuff in orbit. We recovered a fair amount of money from parts. Crew did not gain any XP. I don't know why. We got a total reputation improvement. So that's good. So, let's have a look at our contracts. Ooh, atmospheric survey. Now, a lot of these surveys have to be done over a specific point. So, basically, I've got to build a plane for it. Test the decoupler. We'll probably do those later. Orbit curbing. Well, we've got a rocket that will do that now. Probably not the best rocket to do that. Right, let's go and see what R&D we can acquire. So we could probably build a plane now. And that way we could fulfill a lot of the observational bits. These are all 45 apiece, aren't they? So we've only got enough for one. Oh, thank you for that follow. So, we actually got any... So we've got a tail fin that actuates, an aileron that will actuate. Okay. Flight control. So I think the next two that we want are the basic science and the flight. And we probably need the basic science first because we might need the batteries for flight. And also, if we do basic science, we can do another trip just collecting science, and that will allow us to unlock the aviation and a few other bits. So, I've talked myself into this. Oh, we've got a probe as well. Yeah, we'll go for that. Done. Sorted. So we can't afford anything else at the moment. Right. Now that said, I've gone past my usual streaming time. So we're going to save that. There. And yeah. We are going to end there, I think. Thank you all for coming along and watching for our experiments in space program. Oh, that's a point. Let's change screens. So I neglected to mention a couple of old friends of mine and I have a plan which has a working title of Project KSP. We're very original. It was my idea. And the three of us are going to, once we've got ourselves set up, you can't do multiplayer in KSP, but you can sort of simulate it by sharing the old-fashioned method of sharing a save game between people. So we're going to set up a little save game that the three of us will play sort of sequentially, where we're sort of like three different companies collaborating, but also with our own little goals. And I will stream my contribution to it. The other two are going to record them, put them on YouTube, and I'll transfer my video from Twitch to YouTube when it's done as well for those. And we'll have a nice playlist of the three of us working on this project together. So, and again, we're going to start in career mode. We'll have a number of mods. Don't know what mods yet, but there will be some. And yeah, so that will be fun. And eventually, when Kerbal Space Program 2 comes out, that supposedly has actual multiplayer in it. So we're looking forward to that as well. But for the time being, we're just going to share a save file around and we'll sort of each collaborate and work on things. My eventual goal, which I'll probably do in my run here as well as in that project, is to build a space station in orbit. And that can be used as a refueling point and a staging post for further trips. So that's going to be cool. But anyway, I may do some streaming over the weekend. We'll see how I feel. I got a few other things that I need to do. So I might continue playing KSP. In the meantime, I need to find somebody to raid. I think we will go and raid Anna. because she was playing Darkest Dungeon earlier in the week, named a character after me, and that character died. So she's now doing some fan art of my character. Yeah, please do. Um, so I shall set up that raid and then I'll say goodbye. So take care and see you next time.